I'm not the best at editing yet. I wanted these to pop up like boop, 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 boop. Americans, what is up with filing? And I'm assuming Chapter 7 is bankruptcy? Oh my goodness. Okay, please enjoy the video.
I owe $30,000 worth of credit card debt at 24 years old. This is my credit card debt breakdown. I currently have 5 different credit card accounts that I need to pay off. The first one, which is the least amount of debt that I owe, would be my Freedom Unlimited card, in which I owe $1,649.99. My Capital One card, I owe $4,388.83. On my Best Buy account, I owe $6,210. On my Chase credit card, I owe $6,856. Last but not least, Discover. This is the one that I owe the most on, and it is $10,952. That brings me to a total of $30,057.68. I've looked into filing for bankruptcy, but I don't think that that's the best route for me at this time. I think that I won't qualify for
Okay,
Chapter
so she
7, and
basically
I also
says
don't
that she
think that
won't
Chapter
qualify for
13
Chapter
would be the best
7
option
and
either.
Chapter
There's no other
13
option for
either.
me other
I
than
don't know
just
what goes.
finding other
Oh, I
ways
have
to
to do
make
my
money and
research,
paying
but
this off as soon as possible. Turning
it
25 soon,
baffles
and my
me just
goal
how
is to
much
become
people
debt
want
free
to shut
and just
down
be
filing for
more smart with
bankruptcy
my
for.
money, and honestly just
Like
never
I
get
think in South
myself back
Africa
into this
that's debt
position.
review. I stand corrected. I do. I stand corrected. But there are so many comments around that, and these are the comments that showed up. I also want to say props to her for not wanting to file for bankruptcy because I think there's no point in it. But quick comments are try and get a loan to debt consolidate so you're only making one payment instead of multiple. Why get in more debt?
Heart is beating a million miles per hour, and I'm shaking because I'm about to share with the world how much debt I am in. So,
okay, this lady is literally shaking, like shaking, and I feel so sorry for her. I feel so sad, but it's the questions that people usually ask, like, "How did you get there?" And she does say that no amount of hate or criticism could make her feel bothered because she's already hated and criticized herself, and she now wants to be in a position where she is good around her kids. Where she says that she doesn't want to say she can't afford it or whatever, and she doesn't want to live barely paycheck to paycheck. So, her total is around 88,000. Nearly said rent, $88,000, and sometimes those payments range from, did you say $30 to $620? Um, there was a comment on one of the videos that I'm gonna post that said America truly is crazy. No, America is really crazy. And I'm not saying South Africa doesn't experience any credit card debt stories, which we'll see in a moment. But whew, I feel like in South Africa, not just anyone has access to credit. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, we do have like, I was approved for a credit card once for a lot of money. And it wasn't a lot. That's dramatic. But I mean, America's just on steroids. When you convert $88,000 to rands, my goodness. But yeah, this is when she's basically saying her amount is $88,000, and she wants to get that done, and it is doable. So I think, yeah, she can just what does Dave Ramsey say? Not even go out, just pay off the debt. Yeah, so now these are some of the comments, bankruptcy, that people left under her video, and some people are giving her solid advice, and some people, as you can see, are telling her to relax, it's just money, which I don't know in which world they live in, but that just money impacts your name negatively, you know?
I'm 35 years old and in $169,292.74 of debt, and I still live at home with my parents. And you might as well bump that up to $266,722.97 in debt if you add in how much I will pay in interest. I started aggressively looking at my debt in January and truly didn't know the full financial picture until I got it all down on paper. Debts include 2 private student.
So now she says something very fundamental here that people don't want to acknowledge or realize is that if you keep ignoring how much debt you have or how much debt you're in and you don't write it down on paper, you'll keep thinking everything is okay. Write it down. Trust me, write everything down and it'll make sense to you. It'll just, everything will make sense. And then she continues on to say, she has like student loan debt and whatever, whatever, but she does have credit card debt, which America, I don't know South Africans there, but that's because maybe you have like a fund or an aid that, you know, assists us in that department. But yeah, she continues on and we'll hear about that just now.
From my undergraduate degree, which I earned over 15 years ago, I would probably puke if I knew how much I had already paid. And to this day, I think about all the frivolous things I bought and did when I was in my teens and 20s with this money, and wow, if I would have known I would be paying for
Now here are some
tank
of the
tops and
comments
fun
under
nights
this
out at
video.
bars
I wouldn't be
1,000
able to
times
breathe. May
over
this life never
over the
find
next
me.
15
It's
years,
easy to
I
say
might
that
have
when you've
made.
never been in the situation. I would file bankruptcy, but I understand it, and may it never find me either. You know, I'm not saying she was wrong in saying that. I'm just saying sometimes certain comments sting. As a European, this is wild. As a South African, it's wilder. But yeah, no, I get. I think the more I watch credit card videos, the more I just don't understand what's going on in America. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, this next video is about a person who holds themselves really accountable. Um, it's something refreshing to see, and it's a very long video, so I couldn't include the whole clip in this video. So you can go watch her TikTok. And I tried to follow up, and I couldn't find the video. So yeah, I couldn't find the video to follow up and see where she's at with her debt thingy. But yeah, just enjoy. I think you should really go watch her video. She holds herself really accountable and she explains like what she did with the money and whatever happened with the credit card and yada yada ching ching.
Admitted to myself, I have very poor spending behavior. Very poor. Very, very, very poor. And I've continued for so long because I haven't held myself accountable. And for some odd reason, God keeps blessing me and keeps opening doors for me. But at some point, I'm not going to be so lucky. So, today's payday, and I've realized that for a few months, I've stopped looking forward to payday. When I started work as a medical doctor and you get that salary and it's just like, whoo, yay, thanks. Oh, blessing, right? I used to look forward to payday because I would get to payday with quite a lot of money still in my account and I'd be so proud of myself. I also got to a point where I started to use the tools on my phone, like numbers, to start to budget. I also have another one. I forgot what it's called, but I've been very avoidant and I haven't been checking that one. I'm going to check it though. So I then used to budget, and I always used to budget savings and so forth. And then at some point, I got a financial advisor.
This lady right here brings a new perspective into debt and what we've seen as the norm, where she had her head screwed on straight and right, but you know sometimes life happens and basically pop. Yeah, we fall subject to pop and we decide to do things that are against our principles, if I can put it that way, because she had no business getting a credit card, but she got one, and she can't even remember the reason for getting a credit card, and you'll see it if you watch the video, which you should. But she had no reason, or no important reason, rather, because then she would remember the reason that she got the credit card. But she just says something profound, and she says that she had all the savings, she did all the right things. So then she started living beyond her means, where she was just dinner, date nights, friends nights, everything. I'm not trying to exaggerate, right? But that basically that's what she's saying. She overspent and she's trying to get out of the habit. So here are some of the comments under this video. Now, as you can imagine, for a video with worth 9 minutes, it's 9 minutes long. There are many comments under it, 253, I think it just said. And basically, people just saying, props to you, I'm cutting my credit card here. Went through my financial statement, bank statement, I mean. I'm paying for Netflix that I haven't watched in 2 years. That is a very real thing, and things add up. I think this lady does say that things do add up, and they do add up. I'm not here sitting just because I'm behind the camera or whatever. I'm trying to make myself seem perfect. No, ma'am. No. Things do add up. And when that reality check finally hits, that's when you know that you're in the dark. You're screwed. Yeah, yeah. All I have for this next video is that maturing is also realizing that you don't actually need a credit card. This next video is a bit different because it shows a different side of life where people hide their debt from their family, friends, and husbands. I don't know how she did it because she's unemployed. I'm assuming. Because I think it's the husband that works and whatever. But oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
I'm at my wit's end because I don't know what else to do. We don't even have extra $10-15 to throw towards debt at this point. And I see that this trend is working for a lot of people. They're trying to like pay off their husband's trucks. I'm really just trying to get in a better financial situation because my worst fear is that my husband can't go to work or something happens and we lose everything. We have no savings, we have nothing to fall back on. So please help me out, engage from the bottom up, hit all the buttons, tell me how much debt you are in. You are not alone. Let's help each other out. There is enough.
Oh, this is my wallet, and this is my credit card. My credit card lives in my wallet and on my Apple Pay and memorized in my head. This is my debit card. My debit card lives in my desk and hasn't seen a transaction in years. But now it will live in my wallet. And
it's crazy how life is because, okay, I haven't had a credit card for the past 3 years, and I never knew it. It actually lived at home, and I lived where I live, and that's how I tried to avoid it. So I'm trying to understand how I know my credit card and my debit card is in my Apple Pay. So, like it's a lot of things that you just find that are weird that other people do that you don't do, and some things that you would do that other people don't do. Yeah.
I recently posted about the fact I'm 26 years old and I'm in $95,487.73 worth of debt, and I want to talk about it. Up until 24 hours ago, I did not know that was actually the total of all of my debt, credit cards, and student loans. That number also does not include my auto loan, and if we are adding in my auto loan, the total number is $110,938.83. Since totaling up all of my debt, I don't think I've actually gotten one good breath of oxygen in the last 24 hours.
This here, ladies and gentlemen, is the last video that I will be posting, will be including in this week's video, whatever. Okay, but anyway, she is. I want to say this, and this goes out to every American who is studying and using student loans. I don't know how it feels, but I really just feel sorry for you guys. It is shocking the amount of the doctors that go on loan just to become doctors, and the amount of money that they earn post qualifying. My heart goes out to you. She basically talks about that she's now got, is it a boyfriend or a fiance or whatever, but she says she can't get married because she wants to finish all of this debt, which is the smartest thing to do. And that her boyfriend is the financially savvy one, and it helps to have someone who balances you out. Like, I think people do need that sometimes, where they're honest with themselves and honest with their partners, not going behind the partner's backs, that is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is the rest of this video, TikTok video, and some comments that came in under it, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.
In the moment, all of the student loans just felt like fake money because they just kept coming and I just kept spending. I don't regret any of the experiences I've had between the ages of 18 and 26 or any of the things that I've done, but I do wish that I managed my finances way better than this. I think what's even more sad is a lot of these student loans were going to rent, which my rent was around $1,200 a month, and that's been consistent over the last 2-3 years. Thankfully, I do have a finance bro as a boyfriend, and he is really great at managing money and managing wealth. And so I am working with him to do a snowball effect. If I snowball all of my loans at the current rates that they are without consolidating them, I can pay all of this off by 2032. It's really sad because I'm excited about starting my first nursing job next month, but at the same time, I know that all of the money I'm making is going to debt. I'm turning 27 this year, and I wish I could be thinking about starting a family or getting married or buying a house, but really, I can't think about anything but paying off this debt. The last thing I would want to do is bring a child into this world while I have debt hanging over my head. So it almost feels like my life is kind of on hold right now, but I feel like it's even more motivation to just pay this off as quickly as possible. It is what it is. What's done is done. And at the end of the day, if you are in your early 20s and you're thinking about taking out student loans, I urge you to reconsider and ask yourself whether or not you really truly need it.